Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's absolutely lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. If you're a chicken wings lover or fan, girl or boy, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make this delicious, tasty, yummy, juicy sweet chili chicken wings. Now this recipe or this dish is to die for, and you know what's great? You're gonna fry the chicken twice. Let's get right into it. So first things first, make sure you wash and clean your chicken wings really nicely, really good, okay? And then if there's any excess hairs, you pluck them off it. Now I'm using a kitchen towel to try and get some of the water off it, and then I add it to my mixing bowl. To that, I'm going to add my spices. First, I'm adding some grated garlic and ginger. So this is freshly grated garlic and ginger. Next up, I added some adobo or all-purpose seasoning. You can add whatever seasonings you feel you like, but girl, trust me, if you do what I'm doing, you're gonna come out with the perfect results. Okay, this is tried and tested. I'm going to leave all the ingredients for this video or recipe in the description box below, so please check it out. And then I'm also showing you the exact brands that I'm using so that it's easy for you to pick or select when you go to your grocery store to buy spices, okay? So I've added some salt to taste, and then finally I'm going to add some red chili powder. We're going to give this a good mix. Make sure every chicken wing has some of the spices. Okay, and then after that, we're going to cover it with a cling film and set it in the fridge to marinate for up to an hour. That's the least time you should leave it to marinate, okay? But if you have time, you can do it ahead of time. So you do it the day before and then keep it in your fridge overnight in a Ziploc bag, and that will give you perfect results. But if you don't have time, 1 hour is fine. So as we are leaving that in our fridge to marinate, we're going to go on with our sauce. In my pan, I've added some water and some vinegar. I'm going to leave all the measurements in the description box. And then to that, I'm adding some sugar, some granulated sugar. Okay, give that a good little stir, and then we're going to leave the sugar to dissolve. Now I'm going to add some grated garlic. You can mince it, whichever way is fine for you. And then to that, I'm also going to add some smoked chili flakes. Now I made the chili flakes at home, so it's a bit chunky. You can buy the already made ones and it works perfectly. We're going to leave this to come to a boil. Then we are going to add some cornflour and water mix. Okay, that is going to thicken our sauce. I'm going to leave all the measurements down below, so do check them out. We're going to leave this again to boil for about 5 minutes, and then we will finally add our salt to taste, and our sauce will be ready in no time. Now if you don't have corn flour, you can also use all-purpose flour, or for best results use potato flour or potato starch, okay? Because potato starch is clear, and then it makes your sauce, it gives your sauce this clear look. But I mean, if you don't have that, go ahead and use your corn flour, which I'm using, or your all-purpose flour. They all work perfectly. Now our sauce is ready. Look how thick and nice it looks. You can just imagine this on your chicken later on. It's going to be so good, okay? So we're going to empty all of that into a bowl and then set it aside to cool, and then we can get on with frying our chicken. Okay, so for the fun part, we're going to get ready our coating for our chicken, and that is going to give our chicken that crispy, crunchy texture on the outside and juicy on the inside. So I have some flour, all-purpose flour. I've added some salt and some pepper. So be gentle on the salt because the chicken has salt already, and then our sauce also has salt, so please be careful, gentle with the salt. I added some nutmeg powder as well and gave that a good stir. Now we're going to drench this this chicken wings in this coating, okay? So dip all the chicken wings in the flour coating, and then give it this gentle press, so that we have as much flour on the chicken as possible, and then you give it a good little shake. to knock off the excess flour, and then you put it down gently. We're going to do this for all of our chicken, and then we can start frying. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload a new content. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer all of that. Now for the first fry, I'm inserting a skewer into my oil to test for the temperature of the oil. Now what I want to see is some gentle bubbles around the skewer. You can use a wooden spoon as well. So just make sure you're seeing some gentle bubbles, and that is what we need for the first fry because it's going to cook the chicken without browning it. But if your oil is too ferocious, it's going to brown the chicken, and then it may not be cooked inside. Okay, we don't want that. So when you see that, you see those gentle bubbles, just start adding your chicken into your pan, and please do not overcrowd the pan, otherwise it's going to drop the temperature of the oil, and that's going to make your chicken soggy and oily, and we don't want that as well. Okay, so a couple of pieces in there is fine. This part is so fun. I just love it because the aromas of the chicken and everything just comes together and smells so good. So good. Now every now and then you're going to give the chicken a turn because you're not using the deep fryer for this. Okay, it's not like in the restaurants where they're using the deep fryer with the baskets and they can just leave that in there. If we don't give it a turn now and then, our chicken is going to burn, or some part is going to brown more than the other parts. So we need to give it a couple of turns every now and then. For the first fry, we're going to fry this chicken for about 5 minutes and then take it off and leave it to rest for 5 minutes while we fry the second batch. Okay, and then after that, we're going to continue. Our chicken is looking good and it's 5 minutes already. So we're going to take it out, and you can see it's not browned on the outside, but it's cooked inside. So for the second fry, we're going to make sure that we brown it nicely and crisp it up. Okay, so take all the chicken out nicely and then put it on a drying rack, or you can just put it in your colander or strainer and then leave it to cool down. Are you a chicken lover too? If you are, comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you like your chicken to be fried. You know, in a typical Ghanaian home, we don't fry our chicken this way. This method is usually done by the Chinese or Asians. They double fry their chicken, and then their chicken is always so good. In a Ghanaian home, we usually steam our chicken before we fry, but that is not what we're doing here today. If you haven't tried this method before, try it. Trust me, it is worth it. You won't try any. Okay, you may try other chicken recipes, but this may be your favorites. Okay, it is so good, so delicious, and so easy. Our second batch is done as well, so we're going to take it out of the oil. See, that is also looking good. Our first fry is done now. We're going to start the second one, but before that, I'm going to clean the oil. Okay, so I'm going to take out all those little pieces and bits in there out of the oil to make way for the second fry. For the second fry, we're looking for a furious or aggressive oil. So when you insert your skewer or wooden spoon, the oil is supposed to, or the bubbles are supposed to rush onto the skewer. Then you know that we are ready for the second fry. So as you drop your chicken in there, you should see the bubbles going onto the chicken furiously, just like so. So this is exactly what we're looking for, and this is what is going to brown and crisp up our chicken. So we're adding the first chicken that we fried, and we're leaving the second one to cool. So this should take between 2 to 3 minutes, and then when you see that your chicken is nice and golden brown, you take it out of the oil and it is ready. So as usual, give that a couple of turns. Don't leave that in there for a long time, otherwise it's going to over brown on certain parts. So keep turning it gently until it's all done and you are good with the color of the chicken, which is golden brown. Now look, we think our chicken is perfect now. Yes, so I'm gonna take it out onto my wire rack and then let all that oil drain off, the excess oil drain off. Now this looks perfect, doesn't it? I mean, it's amazing. It's crunchy, crispy, delicious. The kids were making a lot of noise on the background. I wanted you guys to hear the sound of the crunch of the chicken, but I mean, that wouldn't be possible because the kids were making so much noise. So I'm going to leave it to your judgment. When you try it, let me know if yours was as crispy and crunchy as I'm describing. If you try this recipe, please give us a feedback. Let me know how it goes, or let me know how it went. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like about it, okay? Now look at that. Perfectly fried, golden brown chicken. How is that? Like, so good, so inviting, so delicious. So you can just imagine our sauce over this. It's gonna be so good. We are done frying all of our chicken now, so I'm gonna put it back into a clean, dried mixing bowl. Look at that. And then we're going to pour all of our juicy, delicious sweet chili sauce over our chicken. Food is almost ready, and we're gonna have this with some fried yam. And I love my vegetables. I always want some form of salad on my table, so I'm going to add a little bit of coleslaw there. You can tell we have a lot of fun when we are cooking over here because love lives here, and you don't want to miss out on that. So why don't you click on the subscribe button now, and also on the bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new content. Our dinner is ready. I mean, this is good, right? So give the video a thumbs up. This is so good. Our sweet chili chicken wings are ready. And we're having this with some fried yam or yam chips and potato chips with some green sauce and then some ketchup as well with our juices on the side. This is delicious. This meal is a crowd pleaser. Anybody that you make it for is going to love it and lick their fingers. Trust me. Try this recipe and come back and let me know how it went. Thank you so much for watching today's video. So see you next time. Until then, be loving, be caring, and stay safe.